Woo! It's showtime! Woo!
So, we've been through this before, actually. I talked about this a while back, but SAFETYNET, it's coming. We all knew it was coming. We all knew how this is going to end up. Let's just take a look at this, but first, what is SAFETYNET? If you guys don't know, SAFETYNET is basically a hardware/software device checker. It basically lets games such as Dokkan and other companies use their database to scan if your device is legit. In other words, it's not jailbroken, it's not rooted, it's not modded, and the AP key and the app itself is not modded. That's how SAFETYNET works. And in this case, it's coming. We all knew what was happening. We all knew that this is going to be implemented very soon. We already knew it was implemented in the first place. It's just the fact that the when and how is going to be implemented exactly. This is the proof. Now, if you actually go into the game and actually click on the news section itself, it usually would take you to here, because that's how it would work. But in this case, it actually took you into this section, which is very odd, because that usually doesn't happen until now. So, what does this actually say? No, actually, wrong one. Where is it? What does this actually say? If I actually go on to Hyos's Twitter page, or actually, this is what Carrie said. So, any devices that are rooted or jailbroken, any devices that have a modified version of Dokkan or hardware that's been modified, will not be able to log into Dokkan. In other words, things such as modding, or actually modding in cases of like bot farming or doing private servers, you won't be able to log into Dokkan. You just can't. It's literally impossible to log into Dokkan once you actually have it. It's not just that, emulators are involved as well. Devices are rooted, it's mostly because of emulators. It kind of sucks that it's gonna happen, but it's not a bad thing. I'm gonna be honest, it's really not a bad thing. Well, in case that other players actually don't, I can see the reason why they're taking out emulators. Sure, there are people that actually don't have very powerful state-of-the-art devices. Look at mine. Mine is an iPhone 7 and it still plays Dokkan like that. And this device is like, I don't know, almost 4 years old. This is probably the same case right here. If you have a very old device that can't handle Dokkan, I can understand. Like, if you don't have the firmware, you don't have the software to actually boot it, like update it, it's not going to be playable. I can completely see why. This is kind of similar to that thing. It's really gonna suck, I know. But I think there are also other cases where yeah, botting is not going to be as useful as it was going to be and all that such. It's just crazy. And yes, Carrie did actually check this out. By the way, make sure you guys go follow Carrie, DBC Carrie, on Twitter. He's very good at this stuff, trust me. You don't have to be a computer science major or a programmer at all to understand how this actually works. It makes sense, right? You root your device, you jailbroken your device, you modded the app, you can't log in. That's just how it works. Carrie did actually download a SAFETYNET app called CS Profile Check. This is an app that you can actually download on the Play Store. This lets you check if your device can actually bypass SAFETYNET, can actually go through SAFETYNET and go through it safely. If it doesn't, it'll show up as this, and this is actually done on a Nox emulator. And then this is what happens when it actually passes through SAFETYNET. It's a safe, yeah. If it passes through SAFETYNET, which is basically Carrie's own Galaxy S10, which is unmodified. So if you guys want to check if it's actually, if you guys want to actually check if emulators won't be able to play the game, well, there's your answer right there. Right now I believe Carrie is actually checking if iOS is able to roll this update through this. I don't believe so, because iOS already has their own sort of safety net. They are very, very, very on top of their game with this, and I can see why. Now, if you guys think about this, we've been seeing a lot of bots lately. It's not bots, but a lot of farm botting lately and reroll accounts. So you'll be seeing a lot of and you guys have seen in the past, there have been a lot of SR friends in terms of having to see like really high level accounts, botted accounts that have been put as to have SR friends. So let me see if I can go to an event right now and check to see if there are any like bot farming, because hopefully there isn't. Let's go into some random stage. Let's say I know one of them is actually Frieza. I might just check. No, this one. There we go. Okay, that's good. I heard there's another one that's Super Saiyan Goku. Yeah, there it is. Oh my god, I hate. What's the rank of this guy? Really? Okay. Okay. Y'all are just playing jokes with me, really? I knew this was going to happen pretty much anytime soon. Maybe it might be a real account that just hasn't changed their friend, which is, like I said, very stupid. But it makes sense. Let me change. There we go. It's just that simple fact, and I think Gohan is also one of them as well. Good thing I don't see it. Good thing I don't see it, because I don't want that. I don't want to see any of those. But yeah, literally, if you guys actually, if you guys have an emulator account right now, Dokkan on an emulator right now, I suggest moving that account or linking it to a Twitter or SNS account, Facebook, Google, or Apple, or Google Play. Make sure you link that up and get off of the emulator right now. That will literally just save you at least a life or two on Dokkan. Yes, I know. If you've been on playing Dokkan and you don't have a powerful device, I just don't know what to say. If you can't play it, you can't play it. That's all. If I were creating my own implementation of this little thing right here, I'd say, like, if your device is not legit, then crash the app. That's all I would do. And don't get your hopes up if you can find a workaround, because that if there was a workaround to this, then it would possibly be a very hard workaround, because we don't want to take like 20 steps around the safety net procedure, the safety net implementation, just for you guys to actually do some private showcases and all that stuff. I don't think it's ever going to happen in the future, anyways. And like I said, we all knew this was coming. Did you really think you could get away with this? Hell no. But it's kind of at that point already. We all know when this update is actually going to happen. If I were to assume when this update is going to happen, I say it's going to be happening probably next update, so right around Tanabata. That's what I'm thinking. And if you guys don't know, Ultra Impact also, My Hero Academia Ultra Impact also has this kind of thing. If you guys don't know, I actually do make My Hero Academia Ultra Impact content. I'll just put the link in the description below. Just go subscribe to the channel. It's very fun. But yeah, Ultra Impact also has it too, and they also have a special little feature where if your device is not on a JP server, you will not be able to log in. Like, you won't be able to get into the game at all. If they implement that, you're gonna need a VPN. Just to let you know, if they're going to do that, they're gonna need a VPN. They've killed it off on emulators too, and it sucks. It really sucks. Hydros also says private servers, bots, emulators, mods, all will be killed off due to SAFETYNET implementation. There can be some workarounds for the P servers, but it's not worth it. No more early showcases, and it will really affect the content of. It'll affect Dokkan content creation in general. Like, that's just how it is. It's kind of hard, really, to say the least, but it was bound to happen. Plus, emulators usually are different. It's basically an older version of Android, like 7 or 8. So they'll probably implement some update where if you have an Android version that's like somewhere below that version, or not even close to the current version that most Android phones are at now, you won't be able to play it either. It's just like iOS. I've seen apps where if you don't have that certain version of iOS and the app updates to that version, you won't be able to play it. Regardless, you won't be able to play it. It's gonna suck. And I know, and yes, Cool app is safe. It's still safe. It's an official third-party app store that allows you to download official apps, official Japanese apps, so you'll also be fine with, or not just Japanese, but it's just a fact. It's gonna be tough. It's not gonna be too tough, but it's gonna be doable. It makes sense. This is one of the reasons why I haven't done early showcases in so long. And as you guys know, I've done early showcases ever since like last year of 2020. The last early showcase was, I believe, STR Vegito. Let me go check that because I think that was the last showcase, early showcase or private server showcase that I have done personally in the past. It's here. Let me pause that for a second. I think the last showcase that I've done was Vegito. And then you go down there and check for a second. And it turns out, yep, that was a very no, actually, no, scrap that. The last early showcase was this guy, Frieza. Yeah, that was my very last showcase, and that was like 7 months ago. That was before pretty much SAFETYNET implementation has arrived until now. That's the reason why I was still afraid of actually doing more showcases. It's just because of that. But just expect pretty much a lot of changes. So basically, no emulators. SAFETYNET is going to be implemented. No mods on APKs on the apps itself, nor jailbreaking on iOS. You guys don't know what jailbreaking is. It's basically the same thing as rooting your Android device, except you're also able to like do some really quirky features, change the whole aspect of your iOS device, make it similar to Android, all that stuff. That's basically how jailbreaking works. And where is it? Just to be sure. This is gonna be rough right here. And for those that actually do play on emulators, I know it is a little rough. People are going to be a little pissed, but it's just that games have already moved on to protecting themselves from hackers, mods, all that stuff. It's just the future of gaming. That's how it is. Jesus, I'm dying here. But still, that's just how it is. I don't know what else to say besides the fact that you're gonna have to find a way to get your account onto an actual device as soon as possible before anything else happens. It's just gonna be the way it is, unfortunately. But it is kind of a good thing, it's kind of a bad thing, because I think what they're trying to do is they want both global and JP to actually have that same aspect of, hey, you can't play on this device, you won't be able to do it. They might be able to implement this in version Z. I know Dokkan hasn't. The last time Dokkan has talked about version Z was like, I don't know, 3 months ago? Almost 3 months ago, actually. And they still haven't talked about it in full detail. But I'm assuming they're still gonna do it in the worldwide campaign. We just don't know if it's gonna be there, or if not, maybe in the next update for both versions. But we'll see. Like I said, it's a little frustrating. It's a little weird. And it's going to be a hard reset for pretty much, or hard reboot for those that are doing Dokkan content creation like myself. It's just that way. So, if you guys enjoyed the video, give it a big thumbs up. Comment down in the section, comment down below on how do you guys feel about the SAFETYNET implementation stuff. I know it's weird. I've talked about this before, like 7 months ago, and I'm talking about this again. It's kind of weird, like I said. So, let me know in the comment section below how you guys feel about the Dokkans of the SAFETYNET implementation stuff for both Android and iOS. I think I know iOS already has it, but just to let you, I just want to hear you guys' thoughts on it. And as always, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one.